It's the NFL.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Well, the Cardinals offense set to take over for the first time, and they are piloted by their fifth-year quarterback, two-time Pro Bowler as well, Kyler Murray.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Arizona.
First down, Murray. This will be caught by Brown. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
First carry for James Conner, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Houston set to take over. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Stroud sets up the play action. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Stroud now on second down. Gets the dump off to Pierce. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
Third down.
Stroud here on third and long. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
A check on the numbers last week for Conner. 18 carries, 57 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Lyman can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That burst good for 20 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Murray. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Here's Mack to get it again on second down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. 2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, this can happen when you get man coverage on a tight end. This is a nice route. He's just going to run a corner to the left side and find some open space. That's asking a lot to make a linebacker run with him. And this ball's on the money as they pick up a first down.
Stroud's throw taken in by Collins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Stroud to throw it. Another one caught by Collins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
It's a gain of by 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
The second down throw now from Stroud. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they perked up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now here's Stroud on third down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now they're staring at a fourth down as Arizona's defense does its job. So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down at a yard.
At the 30-yard line.
Off the option, here's Murray running left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Murray. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This a give to Mack running to the right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Will Anderson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
And he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. On play action, it's Murray. Got a man, it's Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Throwing on first down is Murray. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Murray's throw complete to McBride. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going for it. It's Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Murray now. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Shotgun now for Murray. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Ronnie Bell with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals are once again back in front. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Third down and 1. On the bootleg, Stroud. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
It's fourth down.
This is brought in at the 21. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Malik Collins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, here's Stroud. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a 2nd and 6. Play action. Here's Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Stroud off the play fake. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
He was defended by Garrett Williams.
Again, it's Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Houston Texans.
Now Stroud. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Stroud looking to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
This taken in right around the goal line and able to get this out to the 25. Now the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Arizona.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And the half will begin with a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On second down, it's Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Stroud on third down now. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Pierce. He is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Again, it's Pierce. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. His 8th rushing touchdown, his 12th overall. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They'll run the screen with Mack. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go with Mack here up the middle. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 46-yard line.
Murray now running right on the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
A run up the middle with Mack. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marlon Mack, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken a third-quarter lead. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Pierce now up the middle. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He gets this one to Mechie. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line.
That's another Houston Texans.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. Stroud now on 2nd down.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they like some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Mack on the counter. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Murray. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Will Anderson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Bite, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Will Anderson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for a 4th quarter lead. Prater's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So after 2 unsuccessful attempts, this time he's able to find the range, and he gets his guys the lead.
And we wondered whether those 2 misses would come back to haunt him. They still might, but at least he's able to get some sort of redemption and get his guys back in front.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw completed to Mechie. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we're watching him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stroud. This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Takedown, 32 yards. And the Texans have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Here's Mack to get it again on 2nd down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 134 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Murray off play action. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here's 1st down. Murray to air it out again. A short one here, caught by McBride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete to McBride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll come up, 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, Murray. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
To throw is Murray. That is caught. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Murray to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch it, that's ball.
Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal. Now Murray's got to have this one. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll try and run it in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know we have individual minds, but I think we're thinking it's 1 on this one, and 1 was the number, wasn't it?
Yeah, kick the extra point. Now you need a miracle. You need an onside kick quickly and to do something spectacular.
I mean, going for 2 there, either they felt like this is all we've got left, we've got to win it right now, or they've got some incredible miracle special teams play to get the ball back and give them one last chance.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't